Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with Esoteric Ebb. I've decided to say esoteric. It just seems to flow a bit better. Esoteric Ebb, it's the same sort of E word, isn't it, at the beginning? So we're going to go with that, even though I probably would, if I just read the word in a book, I would probably say esoteric. I'm going to say esoteric for the purposes of this game. With that said, let us continue to explore our environment a little bit. We've got some a vase here. Vase, if you're American. Got some more incense. Cool. Let me see what that does. It's been a few days since I played. Oh, recover first level spell slots. You know what? I might take one of those. I got 6, and I've used a spell slot, so let's just go. Alright, what else have we got? We've got a couple of guys here. Who are they? Alphas, BE. I don't know much about them at the moment. Let's do a little ability. Oh my god, nat 1. We know nothing about him at all. We can talk to him, so let's do that. Around the amphitheatre scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. Banner of Asgal, the fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest, with the orc on the other side of the theatre.
Oi, Mr. City Man, he calls out as you approach. We've made it clear already. We're not moving. Nae one bit.
He shoots you a shit-eating grin. There's no way to greet the cleric of Norvik.
Oh, is that so? Isn't I'm supposed to grovel?
Well, that'd be nice, thanks. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Gain 10 XP. Okay. So, yeah. So I've done cleric. I've opted for cleric twice and arcanist twice, haven't I? The dwarf glares at you.
Nay, I didn't say why I would.
You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him.
Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay, Great, I was right there for a second. He looks you up and down.
Aye, okay. Great.
He didn't expect that to slide. That was a joke. You're clearly doing something illegal.
Yeah, well, of course. Figured as much.
He grunts and looks away.
Prove it then. Others have tried today. None have succeeded.
This might be one of those kind of illegal, but also not sort of situations. Simi and the boys. Alright, one of the older dwarves spits on the ground next to him.
You even know who you're talking to, child. This here be alphas of the Barn Envers, foreman in the Asgalis movement of Norvik.
Okay.
He's done more good than all of you Earthguard combined. True speaker for Asgal.
You're a celebrity.
Simi exaggerates.
He gives the older dwarf the stink eye.
I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy.
Typical talking points. He grins.
I just wanted to make that clear.
Don't mention the whole noble thing, it'll just piss him off unless... you want that? Your boy setting up a play or something?
A play?
He spits on the ground.
We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers from across Torstad will gather to hear the word of Asgal.
He turns towards the orc.
And no one's gonna stop it!
Agent Vira. You hear laughing coming from across the theatre. Papers Alphors. He grumbles and turns back to you.
So, what do you want?
You seem a bit stressed.
Nay, you don't say.
His words drip with the acid from a green deer. What's a green deer?
Green deer, a monstrosity born out of the coast war fallout. Produce acid from their antlers, mimic spoken language, often walk on their hind legs, and are generally extremely deadly. They cannot be found in Escani, but they're known for their horrors around the coast. So, it is forenoon. I get the other lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here.
The dwarf shudders.
She starts complaining.
He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents.
We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah.
Circle Square conflict added.
Real convenient, I say. Nay, there is nothing wrong with these papers. We're in our rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers.
They sure are playing a game they can't win.
Check the papers. Surely the dwarves have screwed up somewhere.
So she's wrong about the documents?
Yeah. Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar.
Alphonse nods and grunts.
Terrible lie. I can't even get the words out.
Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue?
Morgue?
The dwarf grumbles to himself and glances over to the Lich House stairs.
I thought it was a dentist.
Fair assessment.
Nae matter. The Asgard movement is nae afraid of death.
You hear laughter from the orc behind you. Big words, Alphonse. The dwarf grits his teeth. So what's the rally about exactly? He grunts.
Guilds. For decades there's been collective bargaining between Norvikian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Earth, but he kept a tight leash on the upper class of this city.
The leash was bad for the city. Now we can grow exponentially.
A lovely...
Dog's kicking off.
A lovely talking point. I'm guessing you read that in the Norvikian Post. Funded by the trade company, mind you.
He grimaces.
The free striders have burrowed into every darn power structure, from paperboys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They say free striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes its people poor. We need change.
So you're here to convince a bunch of Tolstad workers to vote for the Asgalis party?
More or less, aye. But it's also about the spirit of community. Together, we can fight against the purchasers of our labour. Alone, we're as brittle as a twig in the...
The older dwarf pipes up.
A twig in the wind? Nay, that's not good enough.
Like a twig in a fireplace. He points at you.
Aye, that's good. I like that. Anyway, the rally will be a success. We just need to get rid of that orc. So we can call out to all workers of this magnificent city.
He exclaims as if there was a crowd around him.
Vote! Vote with your guts, with your manhood at stake. You too, Mr. City Man.
Can I see the papers? He gives his companions a glance.
Why?
Okay, we've got an intelligence check. It says it's effortless. We only need to roll a 3. So a 1 or a 2 we fail, but anything else is a win. Construct an argument as to why you should get the papers.
20!
Natural 20.
Just tell him you're an expert and that you're on their side.
I'm an expert.
Are you now?
Yes, also I'm on your side. He repeats louder.
Are you now? Now hit him with...
I'm your best shot at getting out of this. The dwarf grumbles. His eyes go from you to the orc behind you.
Fine.
The dwarf sighs and grabs something in his pocket. We've gained PPPG documents. Hands over the scroll. Okay.
Can I trust you with these documents, City Man?
Oh, it's not a question.
Oh boy, if you hand over those to the orc, this could be all over right now. Tell us we're in the wrong. I dare you. Because we're not.
The older dwarf joins in.
Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what's actually going on here.
We can examine certain items in our inventory to access unique dialogues. Okay, I'll take a look. Alright, let's come over here. Actually, first I want to have a look at what the quest tree says about this one. So this is probably... Is it this one? An orc and a bunch of dwarves are in deadlock. The dwarves want to hold a rally and the orc is sent to stop them. Alphonse says they have a legal right to hold their rally. Okay, let's have a look at what it says. A formal permission of public gathering. It contains a lot of legal nonsense, making it hard to pass. Let's actually examine it.
It's quite light, some sort of magazine paper. And rolling it reveals a short statement about a political rally at the Circle Square. Permission of public gathering accepted. It says in big letters at the bottom, followed by a signature, Tolstad Magistrate Nicholas Darrow. The actual text uses an archaic and typically bureaucratic writing style.
Alright, let's examine it in detail. That's fine. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology.
Yeah, it's perfect, not a single error. Except the date. Says their rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. Document is perfectly legal, but it's expired.
Have I seen this kind of document before?
Yes, often. In your scribing duty, you've signed these a number of times.
The dates.
Yes, it's expired.
Full document.
It is not.
I don't like it.
Oh, how come? Because it's a legal document and,
Seems off.
fascinating.
Okay, let's stop looking. Well, shall we tell Alphos that it's out of date?
Mr. Cityman, what do you want this time?
About the rally.
What about it?
Checked out the papers. He takes a deep breath.
Okay, well, what did you find out, Cityman?
Yeah, these papers expired like last week. He takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, he mutters,
I can, but the date is just a mistake, you know. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago after the supposed expiry date.
I should have checked it more carefully.
I did, when I turned in the application. His error only appeared on the document I got back. I'm not at fault here. Bah!
The dwarf shouts into the amphitheatre.
It didn't matter whether Darrow fucked us or not. We're here and they can't make us leave.
I'm just here to observe. He spits on the ground.
Fanskap.
What's that? Fanskap, a dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry. Common curse word. About this Asgal.
Hey, what about him?
Everyone knows that Asgal is some dwarven demigod and or controversial leader. If you want to piss off this dwarf, then pretend to not know who Asgal is. Who is he?
Who is?
He's taken aback by your question.
He's Asgal. Asgal the Great, the Kind, a liberator. Born at the beginning of the Divine Era, he is a disputed demigod and warlord of the revolutionary Dwarven legions.
Never heard of him.
You've never heard of potatoes either? Huh?
Potato?
Ah!
He takes a step back.
Ignorant child,
He mutters under his breath. Is it a religion?
Oh, certainly not.
Scoffs in your general direction. Is it a cult?
I didn't ken who you've been talking to, Mr. Cityman. But let me assure you, Asgal was nae god, or demigod, or anything related to it. Yeah, it's just a simple man with a dream of a fair and just society. Nothing more.
Ouch, sore spot. Nobleman, huh?
Aye, the old country. It didn't matter here, I'm just a foreman of the Tolstad district.
Doesn't matter. What if he's a noble? He must be rich. How much money have you got on you?
Didn't your mummy and daddy ever teach you it's rude to ask about someone's mint?
Well, I bet you're only here because of mummy and daddy.
What did you say?
You must have misheard me. I said, don't forget to thank mummy and daddy for the foreman position. He clenches his jaw and stares at you.
See, that's the difference between you and me, human.
He takes a deep breath and mutters,
My work speaks for itself.
well, about the rally.
What about it?
All right, good luck fighting tyrants.
Thank you, Mr. Cityman. I appreciate it.
All right, well, have fun. Speak to this guy. Simeon the boys. It's a charisma check. I'm actually quite good at those, so here we go. Exile Dwarf, level 2 factory worker. He's very strong. Devoted Asgal, gives everything he has to support the cause. Second son kind of person, lives in the shadows of greater men. Follows the Asgal way, not due to choice, but due to indoctrination and tradition. He wants to live up to someone. His father? Patriarch? The older dwarf puffs out a chest as you approach.
Fancy helmet, Cityman.
He speaks in a sort of short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs.
Don't engage, just leave.
Thanks, my mum got it for me.
Oh.
Don't say something like that, it makes you look pathetic.
It's a lovely helm. She's got good taste.
Oh, interesting. Brutal honesty might actually win in conversation sometimes. Good to know. Stare at the dwarf. He looks around. Stare at the dwarf harder.
You here for talking then?
Stare at him while slowly leaning your head to the side.
You should,
He stutters and points towards the stout dwarf on the stage.
Talk to him.
Nod and leave. Okay. So where is this, hang on. Where's this orc they were staring at? I didn't see an orc yet. Oh, over here. I guess we'll talk to them. Agent Vira. Okay, a strength beholder. We know nothing about them. Possibly not even their name. Alright, let's talk.
On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for someone or something.
Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming.
Not just physically imposing, this orc. Not just physically imposing. This orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well.
What's this? Not often we get Earthguard round here.
You sure walk round like a damn advertisement with this drab uniform?
She presents her palm to you. Vira's my name. I'm second in command guild agent at Tolstad. Nice to meet you.
I'll be nice to her. She's a free strider.
Make sure she knows you are a cleric.
The showing of the palm is a casual cultural greeting in Reeds.
Reeds is one of 8 bands along the coast. It is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes, commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys and floating mountains.
Don't grab her hand, that's not what that is.
I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard. Cleric. I assume the term was interchangeable. The path of a cleric is becoming even more familiar. Oh. Getting a fair bit of XP. We're still only barely past halfway leveling up. But I suppose you're not all, she says, waving her arms towards your outfit, esoterically attuned.
Not all Earthguard are spellcasters, not all clerics are Earthguard. But all clerics are spellcasters. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. Probably means she sees you as no threat at all. A mere puppy.
She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say something. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them? Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But ensured they're holding an unlawful assembly. They won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says and winks at you.
She telegraphs her sarcasm heavily. This is useful when communicating with slower individuals.
I checked the papers, they're expired. They are indeed, expired and invalid. Wait, they let you check the papers? Aren't you a smooth talker? If you could get them to me, that'd be quite the favour. I spoke with Alphonse. Ah, did you now?
Oh, don't get involved with this bullshit unless you really want to pick a side in the Free Strider Asglist conflict. Both these sides are useless and ignorant.
I've got Charm Person available. I'm not going to use it right now. The situation is a bit complicated. I agree, but that doesn't change the outcome. We've got to draw the line somewhere, don't we?
Good diplomatic answer. Bullshit. I love it.
Oh, what do we do? Let him hold his little rally. Such a powerful declaration, yet I don't see any proof whatsoever, or any real argument either. It's just a clerical error. The real date's today. I don't care if there's an error or who made it. The papers say one thing, and that's the thing we follow. I should look away this once. My job to never do so.
She's definitely hiding something, but dare you risk to pry?
Oh, wisdom check. Oh dear. I'd have to roll 16 out of 20 for that to work. Now, I'd love to hear what you actually think, she tells you with a smile. Okay, I can't do the Charm Person anymore. Let's try the wisdom check. You never know. No, we don't. We don't.
Tempting to see things from her perspective only makes things muddier. You twist and turn on the situation and you just don't get it. Maybe she's really just that focused on justice. Maybe she's just stubborn.
You okay, cleric?
You have to solve this problem by talking to the dwarves. Just tell her you're neutral for now. Go talk to Alphonse.
Alright, neutral for now. Oh, don't be. You've no stake in this. I'll just sit here and be bored for a while longer.
She too gives off the face of an apolitical diplomacy. How deliciously rancid.
I'm here on important business.
Business, you say? She leans in and squints at you. Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service, cleric, for your business.
Okay, well, what do you know about the tea shop?
The tea shop that blew up, she says dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap, I believe it was the official quote. Like from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion.
Quite. So you weren't in the area?
No, I was on the North Wall. Company business.
The sign of an outsider. She calls it the North Wall instead of just North Wall.
Relax, you'll learn in time.
You sure like her, don't you?
What's not to like?
She looks inland.
I did see the smoke, though. It was a clear day.
What do you think was the cause, cleric? Don't give away too much. She's prying. No comment. She raises an eyebrow.
Hold on, are you here to investigate the tea shop?
Don't answer that. She's no control over you.
She might be a free stride if your business is your own. Get away from the conversation.
Yes? Really now?
No, say no.
Maybe.
Is that a maybe yes?
Oh, what nice weather we're having.
Are you here for the tea shop?
You look lovely today.
Thanks.
Are you here to investigate the tea shop?
I'm here to do business.
With the tea shop? The one that blew up? Running would be silly, but at this point... I am here to investigate the tea shop.
Interesting. I'll be honest, I just assumed the city would ignore it. But they sent, you.
Oh, it's fine. She would find out eventually anyhow.
Sort of a giveaway. Clearly someone thinks this is an esoteric mess. They sent a cleric to look into it.
Esoteric, I keep hearing that word. What does it mean exactly?
Really? It means,
Her eyes wander for a while. Her brow furrows.
It's a term to describe whenever anything queer happens, whether the cause would be regular spellcasting or something more, esoteric. Sure, you'd notice something you couldn't explain rationally, then that would be esoteric. I assumed you, of all people, would know what it was, considering.
She mimics casting a spell with a hand and then points to you. Why would the city avoid sending a representative?
Because of the election, of course. Look, Tolstad is a highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. I believe this tea shop acted as a sort of lightning rod. So when a place like that blows up, why would any faction spend resources investigating it? Especially when those resources could be spent on trying to win the terribly important election. Sound reasoning. Well, some might see it as a corruption. I'll classify it more as simple, boring, but ultimately harmless bureaucracy.
What exactly have you heard?
Blew up. Fireplace incident. Bullshit, of course. Most likely a rogue spellcaster.
Well, I'm here now.
You sure are. Good luck, cleric. If there's anything the Ascani Reed's trading company can do to help you out, let me know. Usually find me and Dan in our HQ on Water Lane.
She smiles in a way that completely breaks down your defences.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Oh, the woman knows well how to manipulate weaker men. I like her already. Where's the Goblin Chieftain?
Lady Sageleaf, I just head down these stairs. Good luck getting an audience, though.
Is she busy?
Yeah, I sure hope so. Took us months to get her in a room with her to discuss renovations in the hulls. Well, if she's not busy, then she's a bitch. Dragging a Tolstad, me ass.
She catches herself from releasing any more profane comments.
Anything else?
I'm done discussing business.
You want to move on to more casual topics then? Politics, maybe?
I'd like to know more about you.
It's old me. I'm an open book.
Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first. Instead, she looks away for a moment and smirks.
You mean, because I'm an orc, I can't be Norvikian?
She says, looking at you with a stern expression.
You know what I mean.
I do, she says, giving you a warm smile.
I'm from Blood City Bay. I ran with the warbands when I was a girl. She could crush your skull with ease. That's a bad thing. Took me all around the coast, she explains, far from the cursed plains of Feltyre.
One of 8 bands along the coast, a land half ruined from millennia of warfare. Its red lowlands stands for a quarter of all the food production on the coast, all flowing from the trade ports in Blood City Bay. The name Feltyre either originates in Orcish as High Place or Bad Fort in Infernal, or Hillland in Goblin. It is hotly debated. And Gogorian is of course the Archdevil come to conquer Jor during the Gate era. In fact, his death at the hands of the Orcish Queen Mother Demigoddess marks the end of the Gate era itself. But you should already know this, of course.
We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you see her eyes glimmer. Those were the days. What's it like being an orc in Norvik? My kind's quite rare, so... She mumbles, her gaze trailing off towards the horizon. The occasional comment does sting a bit. I've gotten used to it, though. Nice of you to ask.
Yes, I am a wonderful person. Your comment elicits a spontaneous laugh. Oh, gods be damned, you are a special little man. You're a strong and physically imposing woman. She covers her mouth and tusks with her hand. We've got philogynistic agenda. Whatever that was. You've got one shot. She's bedazzled by her confidence. Don't fuck this up. Tell her when business is settled, you'd like to take her out to dinner. That should do it. When business is settled, I'd like to take you out to dinner. Really now? Not out with a government employee? How exotic. I'm not sure about my schedule at the moment. After the election, though. Score. Come find me next week and we'll set something up. But for now, anything else? So you're working for the Free Striders? I don't work for the Revolution. It's just a revolution.
You fool, you knew that. Maybe.
I work for the Ascani Reeds Trading Company.
Ascani Reeds Trading Company, one of the many branches of expansionist organizations along the coast. We promote
the Free Strider ideals in Ascan. Currently, we focus on making sure this election process goes smoothly, along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much, but perhaps not so much on slow days like this. Yeah, but alas. Sorry, I don't really know any of this. You see, I am apolitical. Apolitical? Glance around your shoulder. She nods slowly. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I took this job. Speak with individuals such as yourself, hearing what they've got to say, so thanks for that. Oh, she's being genuine. I guess I'm done asking questions. Oh, silly me, talking about myself all the time. What about you? I'm a literal walking corpse. Well, necromancy's not unheard of, but... who am I to judge? Be undead if you want. About the dwarves. I'll solve this. Wouldn't that be something? That you could just swoop in and save the day. That's what I'll do. I'm a hero, you see. You are indeed. Alright, nod your head and leave. Right, maybe we can get hold of those papers again. I kind of want to head up this way as well, though. Okay, now that is... We have various exits from this place. Alright, let's try... Oh, there's a barrel there. Might be something in it. Hang on. Money! What have we got over here? Men at work beneath Asgol's green banner. There is an esoteric effect in place here. Stopping rainwater. Okay, there's a little plaque there too. What's that? Biskin's Lich House, but then the dentistry is scratched out, sorry. Alright, I need your papers. About this rally. I spoke with Agent Vira.
Really now? What did the brute say?
Careful now, the situation is on a blade's edge. You could either taunt him to see if you can get him to act out, or you could try to reason with him.
Or simply tell them to leave. The dwarf is pulsating with a surge of masculinity. This might be the start of a fight if you're lucky.
If you don't leave before sundown, you'll be fined and arrested.
Oh, aye. Will you do the honours then, Mr. Cleric City Man?
You hear chuckles among the dwarves. They find you ridiculous in your old school armour.
Oh, this is going to end poorly. Abort.
No, but she'll get someone to do the job.
Someone, eh? Some grunt with a paycheck, I bet. Bah!
And you'll probably get maybe you should get Mummy and Daddy to help you out once. No, I don't want to taunt him. And you'll probably get a massive fine or jail. If the dwarves start grumbling among themselves. You sense a falter in Alphonse's expression. The dwarf can be negotiated with now. It helps if he sees you as an ally.
Hey,
he says, leaning in.
What do you expect me to do? His boys are counting on me. Leave them be. Why not? They'll be chased away eventually. Not your problem.
DC 12. God. He is very pissed off. try it. Ooh, that's cool.
Search the possible things you could say to narrow it down. The dwarf is clearly in a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader, one standing against tyranny.
The cause will be better off with you as a free man. You see thoughts starting to swirl behind the dwarf's dark eyes. He turns to his companions and raises a hand.
Boys, we're leaving.
Disgruntled as they are, none of them complain too much as they pack up their tools and grab their green banner. Before setting off, Alfoz gives you a stern look.
You're a strange lad, but I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do some real good in Tolstad, then join us. Find us down on the crossing.
He nods and walks away with his band of unhappy dwarves. Finally got rid of him. Phew. Let's go talk with the orc again. Alright. Oh, is that something? Maybe I can use that. Let's have a little look-see. A simple hammer could be useful in a manly pinch. Not good for a fight, though. Do you get +1 con? My con is quite low, so I could put that. Oh. Yeah, I guess it's got to be instead of this crossbow, but I get dex and wisdom for that, so I think I'll probably keep that. Why couldn't I put it there? Fine. Things go where they go, and you can't rearrange them. Ooh, what's that? Hang on. There we go. First of all, what's this? Bucket. Right, what we got here? Hang on. Sneaky apple. I'll take that. Apple. Alright, so what was... Is it a helmet? -2. What is that? But this is just our basic one. Why can't I change where things go? Stuff can't go there. So I get strength, but I lose even more. It actually won't take my wisdom any lower. Okay, is that... Hang on. Yeah, oh, it does take it lower. So have I got something making my wisdom go up? Is it my crossbow and the tooth? I can't put anything in that slot. Weird. Makes me feel like there must be something there. Deep storage. What's deep storage for? Huh. Did I get it back? Okay. So so we can kind of put stuff in longer term storage then, perhaps. Maybe I'll put that in there. I'm going to keep that for now. Put that in there. Debating whether to do this. I guess the other way of looking at it is that it balances out the plus wisdoms here, while also giving me more strength. So maybe okay, maybe I will do that. I think we get other helmets, so we'll probably get other bonuses with a bucket on his head. All right, I bring news. There is a bucket on my head. I have to say, with all due respect, well done. Oh, right, the dwarves. Oh, yeah, saw the whole thing. The whole thing. So that's how you handle them. Or resolving it with a few kind words. I wouldn't say that's not impressive on its own, human. Well, you said what you had to make things happen. Easy. No blood spilled. Mission complete. Oh, yeah, I suppose this was the cleanest solution. You've done a great service to the Scanny Reeds Trading Company today. On the topic of payment, she hands you a pouch of silver. Got 50 coins. Nice. Yes. Yeah, jackpot. Thanks. She gives you a kind smile. She's an expert manipulator, that one. May Earth smile upon you. And do visit our trading post down on Water Lane if you got the time. Love to see you there.
Oh, what a kind lady. Maybe she isn't so bad after all.
You'll make grey loads of coin walking around with this orc. Sorry, loads of coin working with this orc.
Well met, Agent Vira. Same to you, cleric. Now it's just you alone in the square. Alright, well we're getting close towards leveling up. So this is now complete. Oh, so what does take root mean? Root? I don't know what this does.
A dozen dwarves and an orc walk into a tavern. The orc turns to the tavern keeper and says, "Hey, give me a large one." The tavern keeper says,
Oh, please don't turn this into a joke. There are people, real people you're talking about.
What's going on here?
"Let me continue. So the dwarves go."
The dwarves have struggled as a minority for decades. They deserve respect, nothing less.
No, really, what's going on?
Oh, you're divided, but a truth will be achieved.
Whatever. Look, the gist of the story is the orc is hard at work improving this shitty little city. The dwarves are annoying and stupid. Got it?
You believe for a second the orc wants this city to improve? No, you've seen too much to ever believe such a lie.
This is some kind of debate, eh?
Can't way to put it. The revolutionary freestarter will bring freedom, democracy and riches to Norvik. Last part being the most poignant, eh?
Oh, let us focus on each of those points one at a time.
Oh, come on.
Freedom. Freestrider would only focus on helping the rich and so on. Democracy. Well, they do like that, but they're really corrupt also.
Oh, ridiculous.
Riches. They might bring a lot of money into the city, but it's always going to be factory owners and already rich folks.
Yeah, because they actually work. Oh, this is silly. Without freestriders, you'd probably be a farmer. Who the fuck wants to be a farmer?
Farming is good, healthy work.
Don't change the subject.
I feel like I should make a decision here.
Yes, you must retain the spirit of the Asgallian Revolution.
After completing a quest branch, you can allow it to take root in your mind. When doing this, you must make a choice between available feats. Okay.
Take a deep breath and stand up against the ever-growing wave of capitalism. You should choose Asgallian spirit in speech.
With this feat, you restore 1 hit point for every hour that passes. Okay.
Greed ain't so bad. To be able to unlock a better life for yourself, who wouldn't want that? You should choose money talks.
With this feat, you gain 50% more crowns on pickup. I like the passive heal, I think, so for that reason I'm going to take that one.
You've chosen well. True harmony goes from being in tune with your fellow folk. The dwarven way is the good way, the egalitarian way.
We've actually leveled up. Feel like you've resolved some conflict in the world. Alright, so we have leveled. What does that mean? Do I need to do something? Oh yeah, if I do this, level advance. Oh no. Level advancement. Alright. Ability score +1. Oh, I can pick something to go up. Hit dice +1, hit points +5, and some spell slots. So what do I want to go up? I mean, I'm torn between intelligence and charisma is the thing. I don't know. I mean, presumably we can keep leveling the stuff. I'm going to go, first of all, with charisma. We know all this. Finish. Yeah, so, yeah, I've got loads more hit points now. We've got some more spells. Yeah, good. Is good. There's a bird's nest over there. Far away. You see a bird's nest nestled on the edge of a protruding stone tile.
Oh, eggs in it, unguarded as far as you can see.
Must be a gull's nest. Scary beast, those gulls, but whoever made this nest ain't around, so you imagine the goodies. Could be worth to climb out. With a cantrip mage hand, you could easily grab the contents of this nest from a comfortable distance.
Where could I get mage hand?
You used to have a version of your own memorized. It's clearly lost in the river. Feels sad. However, there are ways of restoring your memorization of the cantrip. You need a source, perhaps in a library. If you had time for a trip to the towers, that would be ideal. Alas, you'll have to make do. Perhaps those esoteric books found in the Lich House could be of use.
I'm not very dexterous, so let's not do that. Stop leaning over the edge. We'll come back. I'm sure we can get a hold of something like that. What do we got here? Goblin wall art. A green face is splattered across the facade, staring wildly towards a flaming sky and the dragon spread across it. Or something like that. Can you call this art? What does it mean?
The coin stamp for all the fat loot the dragon brought to her people. You could get behind that.
The fire is the soul, a boundary between the real and the heartful.
What does this tell me about the state of Norvik?
Well, nothing really. Goblins are artists?
All folks here believe they have simply made one out of this supposed dragon lady.
You're hearing thought from the Red One. Impressive.
They should worship Earth instead.
There we go. Back to insanity.
Place your hand on the wall. You take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth.
This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is gate-era architecture disguised among the rest.
You feel an esoteric urge to communicate with this object, alright. Again, tough check, but even with advantage, we don't do it. I don't know why we had advantage.
Your focus falters. There is nothing to answer you. And something is here beyond the silent hard stone. Dragon tomorrow, perhaps.
Got a kitty cat up there. Braxo Pencil Wing. It's a devil, level 2 scribe, surprisingly content, hard worker. Has a nested interest in the current regime. Devils used to be allowed into the city only on work visas, so he could have served for several decades. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind.
The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed.
Staring at a piece of paper, he doesn't acknowledge your presence. What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper.
He appears to be reading an article on the latest debate.
I like the funny pictures. Oh, they're the best part.
I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. I like the pictures too.
Yes, I imagine you would. Wait,
He says, leaning in to get a good look at you.
Earthguard? A cleric? How's you doing here?
You can go wherever you want. Fuck off.
Divine mission, the usual?
Oh, very well, I won't get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. The city has gone downhill since they let in the goblins and the freestriders rung amok.
Oh no, the devil's a kiss-ass.
We need some damn order in this place.
Wise words.
So if you need any legal advice, just let me know.
He gives you a tiny, sharp smirk.
Be careful, devilish advice can bite you real quick.
Don't take advice from a parasite.
You can hear out any advice, just don't listen to it blindly. I can go down this. Are you a barrister? A tiny barrister?
No, I have no legal position within the city. I'm just fairly knowledgeable in the magistrate's code.
So he works with city law. Ask him for details.
He shows you a foul grin. So what type of work do you do?
Well, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
He says and smirks. Agreed, I love being a cleric of Norvik.
Good, you should. It is a very honourable position to uphold the law. Now me, I do scribing most days. Got some connections within the palace, and believe me, that's gotten me through some tough times. See, whenever some rich asshole needs a legal draft in a hurry, who do they send for? The guy with the wings, that's who.
He does paperwork, then he must be highly knowledgeable in the law.
That sounds profitable.
Sure is, although there's a lot of time spent waiting around, too. So I've picked up some hobbies.
What do you do in your spare time?
Calligraphy.
The art of writing and lettering, something you're quite familiar with as well.
A true man knows the value of lettering.
Oh, and I do love me some reading. Gaining access to the Darwinian library changed my life.
What's it like being a little red guy?
You want an honest answer or the one I tell my clients?
Honest.
Okay, well, let me put it like this. It fucking sucks donkey shit. Do you know what it takes to get a promotion these days?
Oh, tell me, brother.
Is it expensive?
Oh, I wish. We're talking decades of servitude to some sadistic fuck that wants to return to Gregorian's greatness or some shit like that. And then, after risking your life and humiliating yourself, there's a chance this fucking guy will put in the effort of promoting you. And if you're unlucky, you'll turn into a freaking bug. Or worse, something without wings.
Being a devil is a harsh existence. It requires constant vigilance, hard work, and incredible natural talents to reach any type of high-tiered devildom. You would do quite well as one.
Tell me about these promotions.
Sorry, forgot not everyone knows how devilkin work. Let's put it like this. Devils have a ranking system. Some are lower, and some are higher. Only way to get higher and metamorphose into a more powerful creature is to be promoted by someone with a higher rank. But hey, could be worse.
He says and cackles.
Could be a demon.
Demons are horrible creatures that live by the rule of complete meritocracy, which would be amazing if it weren't for their complete ineptitude at civilization building.
What are you voting in the upcoming election?
What am I voting for? Same as you.
The little devil says with a laugh.
The good guys.
And that means...
The city. Duh. The elites are quite literally feeding my trove at this point. You think I'd vote for someone to topple them?
Interesting, I don't have a political opinion myself.
You know, I'd make a joke or something, but having city clerics be apolitical ain't the worst. It'd probably make life a lot easier.
There were other options here, weren't they? Always on call, huh? How did I get to those other options? Okay. I'm done. He throws his little arms in the air.
It's over. Oh, by the gods.
So dramatic. Love the little guy. Oh, this is where the other stuff was. Can you give me free legal advice?
Oh yes, I'll gladly assist a member of the Earth Guard any day. Just ask.
Should I invest in stocks?
Oh. I do not give, nor have ever given, investment advice. But
Yes. He looks you up and down.
I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric?
I don't share with anyone, little red man.
Okay, some basics then. Popularized by late Divine Era human adventurer companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture. Could be a guild, could be a company, or a specific adventure. Something that is supposed to grow over time, so you can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work.
Oh gods, this devil is good. Learn from him.
God, I'm not going to run through all this stuff. That's all I've got to ask about stocks. What about alignment?
Ah yes, the overrules of morality. Norvik does not moralize over alignment, officially, nor do most of the city-states across the coast.
Why don't we lock up all the evil folk?
There have been states through history who have tried to. They ended up not doing too well. I'm no expert, but I would say it's mainly to do with the origin of this evil. It's selfishness at the core. It's got nothing to do with how people actually act. If you only allow the most good-hearted of folk to roam free, you'll end up with a country of nothing but good intentions. Ironically, I've heard the road to hell is paved with those.
I want to get out of this. Head down to Water Lane. There's a scholar there. What does the law have to say on resurrections? Oh, I've got a hit point. I think it was a healing. I think I've lost one. Did I not have 12? So I had 7 and I gained 5. I should have 12.
That's one hell of a question.
He smirks for a while. The imp's enjoying his pun before moving on. What a sociopath.
I High-tier resurrections aren't illegal, they're just not available anymore.
There are a handful of known divine resurrection spells. Since the death of Earth, there have been no documented instance of successful resurrections above 3rd level.
Does a murder still count if the victim is resurrected?
Eh?
He thinks about the question for a bit.
Well, there's been cases. Heard of a man stabbed in a bar fight, let out just in time for a drunk cleric to arrive, cast Revivify, and the bloke lived. The stabber ended up being charged with a major transgression of a personal well-being. And it's not murder per se, but I'd argue it had more to do with the fellow's barrister making it clear that to the judiciaries there was no killing intent. So not an accident, but not a murder, just a brawl gone too far. That'd be a hard sell if the victim wasn't breathing.
This is very complicated. Gods be good if I ever come across something like it.
But in most cases, I'd say yes. So don't go around murdering folk and revivifying them, cleric.
It would be a waste of a spell slot, yes.
Would be kind of funny, but no.
Does death absolve your crimes?
Now you're asking real questions. But no, it doesn't. There's been actual laws signed in old kingdoms over this shit.
He leans in, looking excited.
You got the devil you got the devil going, that's a good thing.
Oh, he's dancing for you. Keep it up and he'll love you to death.
So, classic story. Alright, a real bad guy is caught murdering his neighbour. Real sick shit. He's executed after a quick trial. Justice wins again. Everyone's happy. And surprise, some holy man raises him up a couple of months later.
Holy man or foul necromancer?
Two sides of the same coin.
In this situation, the bad guy did technically pay for his crimes. His life was taken by the state. Just because somebody gave it back to him doesn't change that fact, right? Well, people weren't too happy with that, as you can imagine. Thus, the common legal term these days for capital punishment is DIP.
Death in perpetuity.
Kind of funny when you think about it.
Makes total sense.
It does. The city of Norvik might be a bit of a bureaucratic mess at times, but believe me, the lawkeepers know their shit. So to keep criminals DIP'd, most states tend to hide, lock up, or simply burn corpses and spread the ashes using non-resurrectable methods. So a properly DIP'd dead guy shouldn't be able to return without the use of some miraculous 9th level spell, which obviously, these days, isn't too likely.
Alright, that's fine. What about charm? Oh, I missed that. There's some questions about a PPG. Well, I've kind of done that already. So let's come back from that. I meant to ask about Charm Person.
Charm Person? Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that just are not allowed at all, like Fireball as a popular example. Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal, if it is cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you many still do.
People don't tend to like it when I cast Charm Person on them.
Well, that's understandable. Folk tend to enjoy agency. Free will, you know. It's pretty popular. If you ask me, it's overrated. People don't know what's best for them.
What a horrid worldview. If you'll have the state rule your world, you'll surely be sent straight right into hell.
Did you hear about the tea shop?
Yes, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Tolstad.
What's your take?
It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear.
Why do you think it blew up?
Honestly? Haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but...
The little fellow trusts you. He is your friend.
The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff.
Pit fiends are known to cast 3rd level fireballs at will.
Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge.
Slander. The city does not train people to explode.
Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows?
Can't be a cover-up. The city is honourable.
You're talking to the author of many a city deal. Trust me, honour is a rare trait among bureaucrats.
Ruffled feathers added.
But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, hey?
He gives you an ominous chuckle. Citizen, nod and leave. Okay, wow. A lot of talking and everything in this episode. Well, you know, that's kind of the name of a Disco Elysium-like game, isn't it? Interesting. Right. Let's see. What's this? Nature seeps through the cracks. There's a little goblin over here. The goblin garden is ahead. You feel it. Should we talk to this chap? Snell. Ooh, that's a nice roll. He is a forest goblin, level 3 rogue. This goblin gets shit done, no matter the odds. Highly competent, but with a craving of validation. Just look at the way he dresses himself. He doesn't work for himself or any ideal. This goblin devotes his life for his lady, no different from a religious nut. Very dexterous. Okay.
You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstad.
His clothes are fit for a Rhesian trader, and his haircut is fit for an Ascani nobleman. Superficial fellow. Goblin cares much about looks. You catch him immediately glancing at your outfit.
Let me guess, you're the cleric.
Taking you for granted, this goblin needs to learn humility.
This goblin does not even point out the fact that you're wearing a bucket on your head. He must have really low standards.
Yes, I am the cleric. That's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. You feel a growing pull towards being a cleric. Okay.
I'm Snell, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you.
This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe.
You should greet him properly. Give a traditional goblin salute.
Nice to meet you, Snell. We'll do the salute.
You raise your arms up into the air as one should when greeting an uncivilized tribal goblin.
What the fuck are you doing?
Cleric, what are you doing?
Shake your hands a little, not feeling it. The goblin doesn't respond, nor does he raise his own arms. Instead, he simply stares at you.
He is surely enjoying it.
I've lost an HP. Yeah, funny.
Please, cleric, stop it.
You feel great shame.
Scouring your mind, it becomes clear to you that goblins, in fact, do not have a cultural salute. What you do remember, however, is a salute from an old Earthfolk play wherein goblins were played by green-painted humans who ran around with their hands in the air.
Not a fan of that play, eh?
What play?
It's an old one, but good. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Exasperated, more like.
Yeah, okay. Right. Head down to the garden throne, but
He waves his claw towards you. What's all this? You look like a human shit.
You've been floating around in the banks of the river. Your uniform shows it.
I think he's insulting you.
The Gaul, you should teach him a lesson.
He especially stares at your helm, which you can barely see through the tiny cracks on the bucket. I fell into the river. He gives a shocked laugh.
Wait, really?
It was fine. Somebody fished me up.
Yeah, lucky you, I suppose. Yeah, just dust yourself off,
Is she spooky?
Yeah, real scary. Insult her and she'll bite your head off. Then she'll scorch your corpse to dust.
Jest, I'm sure.
He laughs and crosses his arms.
Yeah, but seriously, she'll fuck you up if you annoy her.
I'm not afraid of her.
Famous last words.
Alright, tell me more about this lady.
Yeah, sure. For starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric.
Alright, I guess lead me to her.
Good, but to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges, and
He grins, showing off his polished fangs.
yeah, enjoy the garden, cleric.
He scurries down the stairs, seeming to be in a hurry.
This dragon sounds dangerous. Keep track of her fangs.
She's just another warlord fighting over scraps. Don't let her get to you.
Tell her what she wants to hear and you'll be fine.
Look out over the river. Cold Ascani wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet.
Earth be blessed. He is always with you.
Follow down the stairs, I guess. All right. Oh, there's another... Oh, I can't talk to that goblin. Okay, so let's tell you what. Let's just come up to... let me look at this first. Sacred River, fighting against red rocks. We're just going to stop here. Oh, I'm going to look at this first. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of 22. Right, but we are going to leave it there for this time. We'll come back next time. There's something up there. Hang on, I'm going to come up here. There's a shard. Let's grab it. I'm going to sign off, but I want to kind of make sure I grab that because I'll forget that that's even there by next time. Yoink! Is there anything else around here? Hang on. Let's have a look in here as well. Already distracted and running. Oh, 7 coins and an incense. Lovely stuff. Don't mind if I do. Alright, down the stairs. We'll come back next time. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Esoteric Ebb. Hopefully. I mean, there's a lot of talking, but that's kind of the name of the game, really. It's dialogue and getting to know people in the world that we're in. I enjoyed it. I mean, I like doing all the voices and stuff. And I certainly know there's certainly some among you who quite enjoy that as well. And if you've enjoyed this episode, if you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you think of things so far. It's way too early to even speculate on the cause of this tea shop explosion, I think. But yeah, we'll solve the mystery, I'm sure. But thanks very much once again, and thank you to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. It continues to be hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and gaining earlier access to my videos in this series and any of my other series, that would be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.